So guys, you're burning up your brush motor. You know, you get into a crawl situation and the next thing you know, you smell smoke. And so you go online, you look up some Holmes Hobbies motors and you order yourself a 12-turn 550 Trailmaster Sport, and then you burn that up. So basically, you're either overgearing it or you're stalling it really bad while you're driving. Mud and water will tear up a motor. It always gets into the motor. And the 550 motors, they have that little fan in there, so they're just packing them cans full of the mud and water. Sure, you can hose them out, rinse them out, but on a lot of times the damage is already done. So I'm going to take this thing out with a 12 turn. I'm going to show you guys the setup that's in it and see how it does. For me, it's geared with a stock 11 tooth. Now, I do want to let you guys know that I did record a little bit in second gear crawling, and it did get quite warm. It survived. Now, if you want to see a full second gear crawling video, like a whole video of exactly what not to do with your TRX4, I'll go out and I'll record that for you. What you're going to see here is actually after the second gear crawling and after some heat got into the motor. So let's go ahead and show you what's in the truck and get it outside. Take a look. With this, you can see I'm running the stock 11 tooth pinion gear in the stock setting of C. It's in, and I'm going to go show you guys a few wrong and right ways to drive this to make your motor survive. So you get that motor in your truck, and what's the first thing you want to do? Let's see how fast it is. That's first gear. Cruising along quite a bit faster than the stock. And here comes second gear. Look at that. Paul's butt, you know? One of the issues is you start really liking the speed, so you kind of keep driving in that second gear and you crawl it. That's a big no-no. One of the worst things you can do is stall a motor under load. So that diff has got me caught, right? I can sit right here and burn this motor right up. The trick is to not stall the motor and drive just a little bit to get around it. Stalling a brush motor is absolutely horrible. See that right there? I'm stalled. I could sit here and just keep on driving it the wrong way, or I could just simply drive it the right way. When you're going to climb something, just try to get on up that climb. Simple and easy. Don't sit there and do this. That's just nothing but undue heat. Does it look cool? Yeah. Does it show you how much the motor can crawl? Yep. But you know, it's not really a good thing for a motor. If you're on the trail and you're waiting for somebody to get out in front of you, don't sit and hold like this. Hear that motor screaming? It is stalled right on out. So go ahead and park your truck in a place up where it can just sit there and wait. All right, we're gonna crawl right on up this right here. And remember, you wanna keep that motor turning a little bit. Even if you get into this situation right here, back off and give it a little bit of a bump and get right on up that thing. Simple as that. I'm gonna go ahead and just simply crawl right on through here a little bit. See that stall right there? When that happens, just simply back up, get yourself a better line, and come on across it. Again, don't wait where you have to hold the brake. Make sure the truck can just sit there and, you know, sit on its own. See that? Another stall point right there. Gotta watch those. That's a nasty little spot right there. There we go. A little bit of driving can actually get you in and out of a lot of situations. And that same exact spot happened to me the other day. There we go. Got it that time. Nice and easy. Now let's see if I can get this right here. There we go. Nice and easy. Alright, let's crawl up this pile right here. Again, make sure you keep the motor turning a little bit. Try to never stall that thing. Get this right here. Don't ever be afraid to back up. And I keep talking about stalling a lot and showing you guys the stalls when they happen and how to recognize them and all that. But, you know, also mud, water, and general abuse can absolutely tear up a motor. You know, they can talk about, you know, it's waterproof and all that, but trust me, that water and mud gets into everything. See if I can make a different line up here. Again, if I do that a lot, boom, motor. So you've got to find a better line. Get it right here. Look at that. That, believe it or not, was better than stalling. Kind of a rough spot right here. See that bumper hung me up? See if I can make this crawl right here. And everything you hear me talk about, you know, that goes for any truck, pretty much any motor. Brushless stuff, you know, it can take more abuse. It can handle stalling a little bit better. I think it transfers a little bit more of the load to the ESC when you stall a brushless stuff. Could be wrong there. All I can tell you is you stall something, it's just not a good thing. With a faster motor, you're absolutely going to want to do this. You know, that's just a given. You're going to want to bash around with it. I like to bash around. Ow! That was a hard one. And you know, as much fun as this is how you will burn up a motor. After all that, as a general rule, when you get done driving or during driving, if you can't put your finger on the motor for more than 2 seconds, it's overheated. Is the motor warm? Of course, but it's not so hot that I can't keep my fingers on it. So therefore, generally speaking, the motor is within temps. So yeah, all that was after the second gear crawl. Motor took it like a champ. Heat was within reason. Able to put the finger on it for a few seconds without, you know, scalding myself. So that's a good sign that no damage actually happened to the motor when I was, you know, messing up in the second gear. Now, as I was showing you guys, drive around the stall points. That's what some of us call the driver mod. If you have the driver mod installed, you can do amazing things with your RC. And once you master the driving mod, you know, you'll know who does not have the driving mod installed. It sometimes is quite obvious. But yeah, driver mod, huh? Anyway, guys, hopefully you liked the video. Maybe I was able to show you something, especially if you're a new guy in the crawling world. And there are links in the description for the Holmes Hobbies stuff. Now, Holmes makes the best brush motors and brushless motors out there. He's been in the hobby for longer than I have. And if you ever have the chance to speak with him, try to keep up. Because he'll talk right over my head within 3 words. Yeah. So anyway, check out his site. Check that description for the links. And guys, thank you all for watching.